Hello listeners, once again good morning. I want us to look at one among the computer term used in computer security. We've just rounded up on that repudiation. Now let's look at non-repudiation. Okay, something is repudiated. Now we want to look at a situation when it's not repudiated. Okay, now non-repudiation, we will look at it step by step so that we will be able to understand how and what make it different from repudiation. And we'll be able to look at way out whereby this repudiation can be controlled or solution to mitigate such an attack. Now, non-repudiation is focused on data integrity and legitimacy of the author by encrypting sensitive information. Remember, when we are talking about repudiation, the information is sent across, okay? But there is no encryption when this information was sent across. So the man in the middle attack was able to hijack it, alter it before he sent it to the intended recipient. Now, by non-repudiation mechanism or techniques, it focuses on data integrity and the legitimacy of the author by encrypting this information before sending it across, because information can be altered while in transit. So we also have to be sure about the data we are receiving and author legitimacy. Let's say, for instance, I'm expecting 2,000 naira from you, okay, from Bob and Alice. Bob is sending 2,000 naira to Alice, okay, and Alice, who is expecting this 2,000 naira from Bob, eventually got 1,000 naira. So Alice on her own will not be able to understand, will be wondering, this is not the actual amount I was expecting from Bob. So to maintain this receiver and that of author legitimacy, the following step or two steps are necessary. 1. Man in the middle attack. Reason why we need to mitigate man in the middle attack, because it is one of the interceptor whenever information is sent across. So they repudiate this data, they alter it, they modify it before they send it to the intended recipient. Man in the middle attack, data or information can be intercepted by main attack during transmission. At that point, in this point in time, the receiver does not know if the data is original or not. Yes, the receiver does not know if the data is original or not. Secondly, is phishing attack. The second reason is that someone can pretend to be someone else, which I call imposture, in sending new information either through email or any other transmission channel. Most time we have got some messages through our email or phones, SMS, where somebody will call you, we are doing some update in our bank, do this, follow the link, update your privacy, this and that. All those are phishing attack. By the time you click such link, it will redirect you to a malicious website, looking like the same bank that you are banking with, perhaps if you have such a bank account. Most times their devices or their techniques have got them wrong. They will call you and say, we are calling from so bank, and eventually they ended up telling them that I don't have account with that bank. They say, are you sure? So take for instance, supposing they are now guessing that they are calling for First Bank, for instance, or any other bank, and you happen to have account in that bank, and you are not aware of this awareness. So this is one of the reasons why we are putting all this video in place, for every one of us to be acquainted, to be aware of various mechanisms and techniques that hackers can use to gain access to your privacy or data. And by the time they get access to your password, username or your email, they already got your username, all they need is your password, your PIN. They can flush your account. So phishing attack By the time they send you this request through email and you click the link and take you to a malicious website that look like the same website that you think it is your website or your bank app, and you key in by updating your information, it sends those data back to them. Okay? It sends those data back to them. Now, all these are threats, like we know. All this attack can affect data credibility. So, to maintain user assurance, when using network, non-repudiation implements two sensitive methods. Yes, non-repudiation implements two sensitive methods because we want to maintain that data credibility, user confidence when we are sending or receiving data through internet. Okay? Now, that will take us to the next step. What are these menaces? Way out to these menaces. What are the way out? Okay? We already have a menace. Already. Phishing is a menace. Man in the middle is a menace. Okay? So, what are the way out to this menace? One, non-repudiation implements a technique called what? Hashing. It was designed to curtail and create solution to the threat posed by man-in-the-middle attack. Here, the data will be transformed into a non-readable format by hashing algorithm into a fixed value. At this point in time, the man-in-the-middle may not be able to interpret or decrypt this information because it has been hashed. It can be encrypted. It has been algorithmically fixed into a particular value. Okay? That is one way you can attack or mitigate that man in the middle attack. Secondly, we have digital signature, also known as signing. Digital signature uses a math techniques or mathematical techniques to validate the authenticity and integrity of the digital document, message, or software. It is equivalent to a handwriting signature or stamp seal. Yes. To implement this successfully, it requires what we call the PKI, public key infrastructure. Public key infrastructure is what we use in digital signing. Recall that when we are talking about cryptography, we are yet to go to cryptography. Recall that in cryptography, we have two keys, public key and private key. In cryptography, public key is for encryption and private key is for decryption. But in digital signature, opposite is the case. Public key is for validating the signature, while the private key is for signing the signature. Remember I talked about signature when we are talking about repudiation. Okay? The signature here now that is what proves the authenticity of the information that you are sending across. Okay? Basically, to round it up, non-repudiation is to provide and prove the credibility of data transmission. That is all about what non-repudiation does. Is to make sure that the information that we are expecting or transmitting has been proved to be genuine, okay, has been proved to be credible, so that even our recipient or receiver will not have doubts about such a data that he or she is receiving. So basically, non-repudiation is to provide and prove the credibility of data data transmission. I urge you for keep with us in our channel. Continue to watch our video. Continue to follow us on our channel. Feel free to comment. Feel free to watch. Also like the video, share. Let us know your point, what you want us to look at in our subsequent lectures, so that we can teach it online. And don't forget to subscribe. I still remain your friend Joshua. I hope to see you again. Thank you very much. Thank you.